The Maldives, the world's screensaver. A place so beautiful, it almost feels unreal, like you've stepped straight into a postcard, or maybe a desktop background you've stared at during endless workdays. Here, the water is impossibly blue, the sand blindingly white, and the price tag high enough to make your wallet sweat before you even unpack your suitcase. Every detail is curated for maximum wow factor. It's the ultimate escape, at least that's the promise. The brochures whisper of total seclusion, endless relaxation, and a life free from stress if only for a week. But the pressure to enjoy paradise is real. There's an unspoken expectation to be blissfully happy every second, to soak up every moment as if it's the last drop of sunlight. You step off the seaplane, greeted by a host with a cold towel, and suddenly you're expected to be the picture of serenity. The journey here was long, but now you must instantly transform into your most relaxed self. You've paid for tranquility, so you better find it, fast. There's no time for jet lag or travel stress. Paradise waits for no one. The brochures show empty beaches and private bungalows, but reality is a little more crowded. You might find yourself searching for a quiet spot, only to realize everyone else had the same idea. That private paradise, shared with 100 others all pretending to be alone together. It's a delicate dance of personal space and polite smiles. It's a silent performance. Everyone's playing the role of person on a perfect vacation. Instagram feeds must be fed after all. And the rules: walk slowly, speak softly, and always look like you're floating through a dream, even if you're just looking for the nearest restroom. Look effortlessly chic, even as you melt in the humidity. The sun is relentless, but so is the pressure to look flawless in every candid photo. You're not just on vacation, you're starring in a luxury commercial, hoping no one notices you sprinting for the last good croissant at breakfast. Every meal is a photo op, every moment a chance to prove you belong here. The illusion is powerful, but it's still an illusion. Even paradise has its backstage, its outtakes, its moments of awkwardness. Paradise comes with its own set of unspoken expectations. There's a script, and everyone's trying to follow it, whether they realize it or not. You're here to relax, but you're also here to perform. The line between leisure and theater blurs with every staged sunset selfie. The Maldives is beautiful, but it's also a stage. Every guest is both audience and actor, swept up in the spectacle. And you, my friend, are the star, whether you like it or not. The spotlight is on and the show must go on. So take a bow and try not to trip on your sarong. Welcome to paradise, where the scenery is flawless and the performance never ends. The Maldives' real export? Jealousy, served fresh on your social feed. Every scroll is a highlight reel of turquoise water, endless blue skies, and sun-kissed skin. It's the kind of place that makes you want to book a flight immediately, or at least double tap with envy. Your friends see you floating in an infinity pool, cocktail in hand, looking blissful. The reality behind that photo? It took 10 minutes to get the angle right, and you're desperately hoping your drink doesn't tip over into the water. What they don't see are the 47 failed selfies, the Wi-Fi struggles, and the sweat that's slowly melting your makeup. Behind every perfect post is a battle with humidity and a phone overheating in the sun. The sun in photos is golden and gentle, casting a dreamy glow over everything. It's the kind of light that makes you look like you belong in a travel magazine. In reality, it's a relentless force, ready to turn you into a lobster in minutes. The midday sun doesn't care about your Instagram grid, it's here to remind you who's boss. You reapply sunscreen like your life depends on it, because it does. SPF becomes your best friend, and you start to wonder if you should just bathe in it. Miss a spot? The sun will find it. Paradise keeps you humble, one awkward tan line at a time. The wildlife is majestic, until you meet the crabs, fruit bats, and geckos who become your accidental roommates. They're cute until they're in your bathroom at midnight. Expectation, reading a book on your deck serenaded by gentle waves and a soft breeze. Reality, wind flipping your pages, waves splashing your feet, and a cheeky bird stealing your bookmark. Expectation, romantic beach dinner at sunset. Reality, sand in your food, mosquitoes in your face, and a constant battle to keep your drink upright. It's all part of the charm. The imperfections become the stories you'll laugh about later. Even in paradise, life is still life, just with a better view and a lot more sunscreen. The Maldives is a masterclass in expectation versus reality. For every flawless photo, there's a hilarious behind-the-scenes moment. The magic isn't in perfection, it's in the chaos, the laughter, and the memories you make along the way. You'll laugh, you'll sweat, you'll get sunburned, and you'll have stories to tell for years. And you'll love it anyway because the Maldives is unforgettable, flaws and all. Because paradise, even with its quirks, is still paradise. The memories you make here are as real as the sunburns, just don't forget your sunscreen and maybe pack a sense of humor too. The overwater bungalow, the ultimate status symbol. It's the postcard-perfect fantasy, the kind of place you see in travel magazines and daydream about during long meetings. Here, you're suspended between sky and sea, surrounded by endless blue, your own villa on stilts, with a glass floor to spy on the ocean below, a private deck for sunbathing, and stairs that lead you straight into the warm, inviting water. It feels like you've claimed your own slice of paradise. It's the dream. Privacy, seclusion, luxury, the kind of escape where you can imagine being the only person for miles. But look a little closer and you'll realize you're never truly alone. The bungalows are neighbors, sometimes just a few feet apart, sharing the same stretch of turquoise water. The fish are your audience, darting beneath your feet, always curious about the new visitor above. The crabs your cleanup crew scuttling across the deck, ready to claim any crumbs you drop. And the couple next door? They're your accidental soundtrack, laughter, music, and the occasional splash drifting over the water. Every move is witnessed by marine life, who have front row seats to your vacation rituals. And sometimes by your neighbors, who might wave from their deck or catch your eye through open curtains. Privacy here is a delicate dance. The sound of waves is soothing, until the tide turns and your bungalow shakes like a washing machine. The ocean is both your lullaby and your alarm clock. The ocean reminds you, you're just a guest here, a tiny speck in a vast living world that stretches far beyond your deck. Nighttime brings new excitement. Was that a wave or a small shark bumping your stilt? The mysteries of the sea come alive after dark, adding a thrill to every creak and splash. Living on water is beautiful, but it's also a logistical challenge. Every meal, every towel, every forgotten item must travel the long jetty, often by foot or by cart. Forget something in your room? That's a sun-drenched trek down a long jetty, with the sun on your back and the ocean breeze in your hair. It's a walk you'll know well by the end of your stay. You become a master of carrying everything you need, turtle style, learning to pack smart and move efficiently. The overwater life is equal parts luxury and workout. Every swim, every climb, every walk is part of the experience. It's a test of efficiency and a lesson in letting go, of schedules, of shoes, of expectations. Here, you learn to move at the pace of the tides. You learn to appreciate the little inconveniences. They're part of the story, the quirks that make your stay memorable. The Maldives isn't just about the view, it's about adapting to a new rhythm, one shaped by sun, salt, and the gentle chaos of island life. Every splash, every crab, every unexpected visitor is a reminder that you're sharing this space with nature. Every forgotten item adds to the adventure, turning small mishaps into stories you'll laugh about later. The dream is real, but so are the neighbors. Embrace the chaos, savor the imperfections, and enjoy the view. And wave to the fish, they're watching, and in the Maldives, you're never truly alone. Here's what the brochures skip. The Maldives is alive, shifting, and sometimes vanishing. These islands are built on coral atolls, ancient volcanoes topped with reefs and sand. That perfect white sand, mostly parrotfish poop. Yes, really. The islands constantly change shape, sandbanks appear and disappear, beaches migrate. Book a beachfront villa, and the beach might move before you arrive. For locals, this is normal. For tourists, it's a lesson in letting go. The Maldives is also ground zero for climate change. With an average elevation of just 1.5 meters, it's the world's lowest country. Rising seas are a daily threat, not a distant worry. The government once held an underwater cabinet meeting to make a point. This paradise is fragile. Every sunset cocktail comes with a reminder. This beauty is temporary. The Maldives is a masterpiece, but it's hanging by a thread. Appreciate every grain of sand, even if you know where it came from. Paradise is precious because it's fleeting. Enjoy it while it lasts. The coconut palm isn't just a tropical cliché, it's the backbone of Maldivian life. Every part of the tree is used. Wood for boats, leaves for roofs, husks for rope, and coconuts for food, drink, and oil. The coconut is a symbol of resilience and resourcefulness. But beware, coconuts are also nature's cannonballs. Resorts hire staff just to remove dangerous coconuts before they fall. Coconut safety engineer is a real job here. So next time you sip from a coconut, appreciate its journey, and maybe check above your head. The coconut is both lifeblood and hazard. It's a reminder that paradise is practical, ingenious, and sometimes a little absurd. And yes, those things are harder than they look. Most visitors skip Male, the Maldives capital, but it's a city like no other. Packed onto an island barely 2 square miles, it's a chaotic, vibrant metropolis. Scooters zip through narrow streets, ancient mosques echo the call to prayer, and markets overflow with life. When space ran out, they built more land, literally reclaiming it from the sea. Male is a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. It's the real Maldives, busy, colorful, and always on the edge. Visit the fish market, see kids playing soccer, and witness a community thriving against the odds. Behind the postcard beaches, there's a nation fighting to stay afloat, literally and figuratively. Male is surreal, crowded, and unforgettable. It's the beating heart of the Maldives, and it's worth seeing. The Maldives sells the fantasy of isolation, your own private island, untouched and serene. But behind every tranquil moment is an army of staff making it happen. For every guest, there are workers raking beaches, cooking meals, piloting boats, and keeping the lights on. Most staff live on the island, building their own community out of sight. They work long hours far from home, powering paradise with dedication and skill. Your solitude is a carefully crafted illusion. The real magic is in the people who make it all possible. The Maldives is a bustling village disguised as a postcard. Appreciate the invisible engine behind your perfect escape. That's the true wonder of paradise. The Maldives is famous for diving and snorkeling. Posters show a lone swimmer with a whale shark. Reality, you and 30 others, all chasing the same turtle. It's less zen, more underwater rush hour. Fish and turtles are used to the crowds, they barely notice you. You spend half your time dodging fins and GoPros. The observer effect is real, your presence changes the scene. Still, the underwater world is breathtaking. You'll see eels, bannerfish, maybe a reef shark. The experience is rarely solitary, but it's always magical. Find the wonder in the chaos, or ask your guide for a quieter spot. The Maldives underwater is a shared adventure, and that's part of the fun. So, after all the jokes and sunburns, is the Maldives worth it? Absolutely. The water is that blue, the sunsets that stunning, and the experience unforgettable. The real magic isn't in the flawless fantasy, it's in the quirky, messy reality. It's in knowing the sand is fish poop and loving it anyway. It's in the people who make paradise possible. The Maldives is a place of contradictions, luxury and vulnerability, solitude and community. It's a nation fighting for its future, even as it welcomes you to its shores. Go, take the photos, enjoy the bungalow, but be curious. Talk to the staff, learn a word in Divehi, and look for beauty in the imperfections. Paradise isn't perfect, and that's what makes it real. The Maldives is more than a postcard, it's a story worth experiencing, and it's waiting for you.